Hey guys, I wanted to just give a quick update on COVID-19 in China. I want to talk about the following things: the borders closing, the statistics in China right now, forced quarantine, China becoming more alive, and importantly, as I was recording this, I found out that Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK, has been tested positive for coronavirus. This is very unfortunate. Hopefully he recovers and can enlighten the UK on the severity of the virus and the importance of staying indoors to save lives and help flatten the curve. If we don't stay indoors and we don't flatten the curve, then there might come a time where you go to a hospital or even the NHS and they're understaffed. They don't have enough beds, they have too many patients, they don't have enough equipment, and you say, "Hey, I have coronavirus, please help me," and they say, "We cannot help you, please go home." It happened in Wuhan. It can happen anywhere. And it's a terrifying thing just to think of. So let's begin with the borders closing. Today is March 27th, and when it gets to midnight, no more foreign nationals will be allowed entry into China. This is to try and prevent a second wave of infections from happening if it already hasn't. Now, as you can see from the charts on the screen, within the last 21 days, the local cases of coronavirus haven't been very high. The imported cases have been very high, however, and consistently higher than the local cases every single day. That's very unfortunate. And you can see that it has the total reported cases for China as of the 27th of March at about 6 p.m. In Beijing specifically, we only have had 569 cases, which is out of China's 82,095. 153 of Beijing's cases right now have been from imports. In treatment, we only have 153, and that's 2 less than yesterday. Recovered, 408, which is 2 more than yesterday, and deaths only 8, meaning our mortality rate is at a low 1.4. Just because it's low does not make it any less scary. I just want to say that. It's true though. Out of the 8 people who have died, I remember seeing that 7 of which are age 60 or older. Meaning that, as we all know, this does affect the elderly more than it does us young people. But the Beijing has been doing a very good job of keeping everyone up to date with the numbers in the whole of China, specifically Beijing, and even giving information about China returning back to normal. I'll leave a link for their blog down below if you're interested. I would definitely check them out. I keep up to date with them every single day. For forced quarantine, if you were to come to China before the borders close, or you would come as a Chinese local, then you would be put into forced quarantine for 2 weeks. This means you would go to a hotel for the entire time and you would be unable to leave. Meals would be delivered to you, but you would have to pay for them, and you would have to pay for your hotels as well. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to choose which hotel you go into, but hey, quarantine is quarantine. Now, China is slowly becoming more lively, fortunately, because we've been in lockdown for about 2 months and things are looking much, much better. I can safely say that I've been able to do things recently that I haven't at the start of the year. One example being I went and got a haircut, but there are restrictions and rules in place to make sure that you do not spread or catch the virus while you're doing these things. For example, getting my haircut, I had to do the entire process wearing a mask. Very strange. Restaurants, bars have even started to open up again, but you need to have your temperature taken for these to even get in. You also need to write your name, your phone number, and even your nationality in them. Now, fortunately, there is a possibility that during the summer, the heat will kill off the virus and we can go outside and everything will be very normal. Unfortunately, this means that when it comes to the winter time, there might be a resurgence of the virus. And unfortunately, a vaccine between now and the winter is just not feasible. And that's a little scary, but hopefully, there'll be some way to help deal with it. And it might just mean going back into lockdown, which is not something that we will be unprepared for, being in lockdown already. So, with that, I guess, I hope everyone stays safe, stays indoors, and hopefully, I will see you guys next time.